Since so many people had a bone to pick with the way that I said roof in my last video, I'm going to keep saying it. We're going to keep talking about mansard roofs today. I actually don't have a whole lot to add to that topic, but I figured we could talk about some of the lore that goes with them because they were used as legal loopholes and they were used to evade taxes a little bit. Um, I don't think any of that happened here in America just because we have a different set of laws and regulations and taxes here than they did overseas. But the French were under a heavy hand and they were trying to avoid a lot of this stuff and taxes especially. But essentially, in some areas, they were capped at how tall their buildings could be from ground to cornice. And cornice is the little strip between the roof and the house that divides the two. So they were only allowed to have 20 meters of height. And that typically kind of allowed for just two floors. And if you had a really small lot, that really limited the amount of livable square feet you could have in your home. And nothing in this law said anything about the kind of roof you had to put on your house. And that's where the mansard comes in because they allow for so much extra space inside of them. Anything in the roof is just considered an attic, even if it is super big. And so that's why people chose this mansard roof is it gave them more livable square feet. They could turn the attic into more rooms and more livable square feet and it would never be taxed. They could loophole the height requirements and they could also get out of the livable square footage tax on that third floor. And then there's another rumor that went around. It turns out it's not true. The timeline doesn't add up. But there was another rumor saying that mansard roofs were favored for like the French glass or window tax. They didn't tax windows in the attic, only on the body of the home. But again, didn't line up. That's not true. Anyway, I don't know. Just kind of a fun fact and another reason for me to say roof.